Hi, this is Kate. Welcome to In the Studio with Kate. It's week 53, which is really week 52, which is the year anniversary, or the last week in a year, I guess I could call it about. So excited to say that I've been able to do this for an entire year. It's kind of exciting. I'm going to keep going. It seems that some people find value in listening to my ramblings, so I will continue. As I've talked about SketchKon before, I'm going to be going to it in might be less than a couple weeks now. One of the things that some people are doing is trading art. So I kind of resisted doing that. Figured I didn't want to take the time, but I kind of dove in this week and created a few things. I was having a little bit of difficulty with thinking of all the amazing artists that are going to be there, and is my art going to be good enough, and all those inner critic kind of ramblings, but finally just kind of broke through that idea and just tried to do things that were me. So as you know, I do faces a lot. So I did this little piece. It is these are all on watercolor paper. This one I went to what I'm more familiar with, which is acrylic. So the dress was done in 2 shades of fluid acrylics. The hair was done first in ink and then in polychromos colored pencils, which is my favorite colored pencil, light. And the face, that was also done in colored pencils. So, well, you can see that. It's just typical face by me, lopsided eyes and all. So, and then I had done some watercolor backgrounds just on pieces of watercolor paper. I can't remember if I showed these. I'm going to put these in my blog. So, I mean, just colors. This is going to have to turn into a landscape of some sort. There's another one. I might do some faces and maybe do a face on top of that one. I'm not sure. The rest are pretty blue-green to do some ocean scenes and stuff. This morning I did another one where I used ink, watered down ink. So it's a pair of elephants. I was using a reference image that had 3 elephants, but I didn't quite fit them all in there, so just as 2. Anyways, it was sort of fun to do. A little challenging, but this one I did, and it's just circles of watercolor with doodled patterns on top of them. And then this one is an egret that I did used in an ink and colored pencil. I used, what did I use for the black part? Oh, that Pentel pocket brush pen, which works really good when you're trying to cover it. But the rest of it's a watercolor base and then colored pencil over it. So I've got the egret, let's see. And then, of course, we got to have one of my ravens. He's a combination of colored pencil, ink, watercolor, etc. This was an example of having what would look similar to something like this, but turning it on its side and still being able to use that color to an advantage. So I really like the way that turned out. So I have a lot more to do. The one that I've done that I don't want to show because the person I'm going to give it to is probably watching, so I'm going to skip on that one. But the other thing I'm going to share is this little tapestry loom that I have been working with. This is it warped up, and I am doing this pattern of hills, and my idea for this piece is, let's see. This is what I'm going to weave. I'm going to weave a little scene with some hills and a tree and a house. So I really love this little loom so much that I went and bought some kind of, I bought these online, so I didn't know what I was getting, but they're very nice. Just the tools of trade that I use. This is my fork that I beat the weft in with. And by that, for those of you who know nothing about weaving, the yarn's put across it, and then you go down like this with the yarn. Beat it in place. This is something that I owned for a long time. It was made by a man named Howell, who maybe he's not even alive anymore, I don't know, but really, I like having really good tools. And so the man who made the loom, which is called Hokit, I guess, also made some wood tools to weave with. And these are different kinds of needles. I don't know what kind of wood they are. You get a random stuff, but they all have a hole in them. This one's also a smaller needle. But they just feel nice in your hands, so they're wonderful to work with. And then the shed stick that I use, I really like. It's beveled, and just as an example, because I know people will say, oh, why didn't you show that? I don't know if I can show weaving on here, but I can show one of the things that you do. So you need to open one of the sheds, which is right at the top. And then when I open it like this, it opens that area there, right there, and then the yarn is put through there. Usually on a bobbin, but right now I'm getting towards the end of these strands, so I'll just put it in there with my fingers. But yeah, it's kind of hard to hold it, do it, and talk to you at the same time. But this piece of wood just feels really pleasurable. So anyways, that's my little tapestry I'm working on. There's not that much of it to see yet, but you know, a little bit at a time. A little bit of art this week, a little bit of weaving this week. That's what my time has been devoted to. So I hope that you're having some fun time in your studio, whether that's indoors, outdoors, or whatever. And that you're getting to actually create something this week. And if you're not, I hope by watching the video you get inspired to create something this week. So until next week, let's all go out and make art. Bye.